watch out, that your skin can bring you so much pain. Now I hear you say, you got the best of both ways. Won't you come and take a walk in my shoes and tell me if you take my place?
Okay, welcome to Shoe Geeks. What month are we in? November. I don't know if we recorded last month, did we? Well,
No,
we
we've
may not
missed
have,
at least
but
2
last
months.
time we spoke, we had Dan. Yeah, it's been a while. So finally able to get the boys back together. We got Julian Spence from somewhere in Victoria. You live on the coast somewhere semi-nice, I hear.
Yeah, well, I'm at work today, so I'm in Geelong. I'm at
Geelong, okay.
the best
And
running store in the country.
It's what?
I'm in the best running store in the country right now.
Okay, all right, debatable. And we have Michael Nitschke from also the debatable best podiatry clinic in the country in Adelaide.
How's my internet, boys?
Welcome. Good to see your faces.
Good. I got to see Tom's face in person.
It's garbage.
Not long ago.
It was good. I think we should chat a bit about the conference content, Nitta. What do you think? People get excited by that, do you think?
Well, our shoe stuff was good. Your shoe stuff was really good.
Yeah, I reckon you should tell listeners about the speaker that presented his research on the running injury incidents and location changes in comparison to like previous data on where runners were getting injuries.
Yeah, so this paper was like a prospective study where they tracked runners with they looked at like injury, they compared it to injury history, like locations where people get bone stress injuries historically pre-2020. And the high site was the tibia. There were a fair few fractures at the tarsal bone level, so like midfoot type area, and then less up near the femur. And then they ran this prospective study for 12 months and followed recreational runners, and they used MRI diagnosis of locations of stress injuries. And they found a large incidence of femoral stress injuries in this cohort. Still some tibial stress injuries, but a lot less tarsal injuries in the foot. So, look, that goes with the grain of what we've been seeing and been saying since this podcast started in 2020, that there's a few more proximal bone stress injuries. And they're making the hypothesis perhaps maybe the mechanical load is shifting with, the AFTs, the advanced footwear technology. Now, we don't know if it's mechanically from the shoe itself or whether wearing these shoes allows us to do the type of training that gets these injuries. But we do know that there is an incidence of locational change and injuries since having them. So, and look, Instagram just drives me absolutely fucking bonkers. Every time I look on it, I see people saying there are so many problems with wearing advanced footwear technology all the time. Injury incidents. And look, all we've seen is a change of location of injury. We haven't seen like a large influx of more injuries than previous. I dreaded wearing my flats when I was doing training pre-2017 just because the next 2 days it was really hard to get out for a jog. Like I did my jog this morning. Wednesday has always been the hardest jog for me ever in the week, the day after my Tuesday night training session, because my calves are just absolutely effed. But now I can jog quite comfortably on a Wednesday morning because I'm not that sore. Does my quads get a bit more loaded with AFTs that I wore this morning? Probably, but I'm still able to run. Would have I historically got a calf strain or a bone stress in my tibia 10 years ago? Probably. So, like, things have just changed. So, finding it troublesome, people blaming AFTs for the injury risk. Perhaps maybe they just enable us to handle different types of training and more training load. And the shoe that I've received this month is just like absolutely a shoe that's just going to keep me running for as long as possible as well. We'll talk about that shoe later on. So, but yeah, this paper didn't actually say the shoes are causing the injury. It just gave you a locational change of bone stress that have changed in the past 5 years. So we just make the hypothetical link that perhaps maybe there is to do with the advanced technology rather than actually blaming it itself. So
the slide you sent me is quite interesting. It's gone from previous studies up to 2020 showing tibia was like 30 to 50% most likely the injury site. So now the femur being 50% and tibia 20%. So it's almost like, it's quite a shift. And it has coincided with these new shoes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I don't think to that point you were saying with how it alters your training. Like I don't know if Brady would have been able to do that. Make that training
Plan
error.
work.
I guess you could say it was, but like backing up with those high volume sessions pre super
Yeah.
shoes, that's new.
And
That's
that's what
not something
Monas
we
was
could
saying,
do
wasn't he?
historically.
That's exactly what Monas was saying.
So-
the fact you had to take a few days in between those sessions to adapt. Like this, your body forced yourself to do it. That was common sense, really.
Yeah, but he was running Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. He was doing. It's just I reckon there's a bit of a change in training philosophy where we're doing more volume stuff now. These higher threshold sessions.
Oh yeah.
Like, yes, I don't know. Maybe the overall risk is low, but because like I know a massive difference in calf load for me is from 3-minute pace to 3-minute 25 pace.
Exactly.
A huge difference.
Yep.
And I can run 325s for a long time without the calves getting kind of banged up. But yeah, so the fast stuff really changes where I'm getting sore. And I think heaps more threshold work means that we don't get sore in the calves, but we're probably like hiding the soreness higher up a bit.
Yeah, you go for longer, right? So you can handle a bit more
Cool.
dose.
Do you want to jump into your to chat about your beloved new shoe knitter?
Well, look,
I
anyone
know
who
you
hasn't
want to.
listened,
You're dying to talk about it, so may as well just go straight into it.
well, anyone who hasn't listened to Julian did a synopsis on our Instagram page of the his first impressions. It was really good. But yeah, I was lucky enough to receive from Nike, thanks to M sending through the Vomero Premium. I loved it so much after my first run. I gave Julian a message, so I picked up a second Vomero Premium. However, I really hate this color, Julian. Like I hate black in that. So, so anyway, I've got two. Look, it feels to me exactly what I thought it was going to be. It was going to ruin a lot of other shoes for me. I went for this morning. I ran in the Nike Vomero Plus, which I still really, really like. Actually, right now with this edition of the Vomero Premium, I think the combination of the Vomero 18, the Plus, and now the Premium with the Vaporfly 4 and the Alphafly, I think it's probably the shoe brand that they've just got, and the Dragonfly for spikes as well. They've just got everything now. And that daily trainer we were complaining for the past couple of years has been missing, but they've almost gone too far the other way now. This is a fantastic shoe. The combination of the high stack 55 Zoom X in the rear, and I think is it 10 mil, so 45 in a 4-foot, or is it 8 mil?
I think it's 10.
It's 10. Yeah, that's good.
10 mil.
But like it just the feeling of hitting the ground being really soft with the Zoom X, and then the pop off the AirPod is just extraordinary. So I hardly bend my knee in this shoe. It does feel very much like a heavy Alphafly to me. It's really stable on the base. It has a wide surface area. I'm a little bit concerned I might pop it, but if I haven't popped it yet on the base with the Bel Air Rocks, for example, I'm optimistic it will. But the waffle outsole is good grip, good surface area. Look, I could probably run relatively close to my threshold in this shoe, probably. Probably the weight's not that bad for me. What was the weight of yours, size 13, Tom?
440. Almost half a kilo on each foot.
So
a lot.
Give me your experience with it then.
Because but it doesn't feel that way. So, you know what I'm like. I don't love a heap of foam normally, but I prefer it to. It's interesting shoe. Like it's interesting comparing it to say the Pegasus Premium. It just highlights how much geometry impacts stability, because I guess it's a similar, not quite as high. So yeah, it's not as high, but it's so much narrower through the base that it's just a little bit unstable and awkward. And maybe the full length zoom in the Pegasus is not as functional as like the segmented zoom units in the Premium, but much prefer this than the Pegasus Premium. I quite like it's just going to be an easy day shoe for me, a short recovery day shoe. Wouldn't want to go fast in it. Although it doesn't feel as heavy on foot than in hand, Still wouldn't like for me. It's not doesn't feel nice to run in. It's still a bulky experience. I have no idea how Conor Mantz ran like 250k pace in it.
Would you go long in it?
That's his threshold though.
No, it's not long as I do like to pick up my long run pace, and so it still feels like too much shoe underfoot.
Yeah. I've done a long run in it, and I have done a workout as well in it, and you can do it. It doesn't mean that you're getting the best experience doing it, but it's definitely possible. The long run did feel sluggish towards the end. I'm not sure how Nitter calls it stable. Just because it's wide doesn't make it stable. Like I run on like a corrugated dirt road that's cambered. It's cambered by the council so that the water runs off it, and it's no good out there. Like I'm having to pick and choose where I actually use that shoe, and I've had a few close calls where I step on like a tree root or something and my ankle nearly hits the ground. That's how high you're up. Like you've just got this higher, you got more to fall. There's longer to the ground, and I've got to be very careful where I use it. So for me, it's a concrete shoe or a very smooth path shoe, and I don't really go further than 40 minutes in it anymore. And the reason that I don't is because I've got a Vomero Plus sitting there that has a massive stack of Zoom X cushion that is an actual stable shoe that I can take almost anywhere on my runs, and it's a good fit. And yeah, that's a recovery shoe for me on dirt, and the Vomero Premium is the recovery shoe on concrete.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't like rocks quite as much. I took it on the white road, like this hilly white road. The one thing I'll emphasize about the Premium, how good it feels, is when you run downhill in this shoe. I know that it was referred to as the Alta G. As soon as I heard that, like a couple months back, I think you sent it to me, Tommy, as well. I was like, oh, this is my shoe. I don't want to feel the ground going downhill. And to be honest, I don't feel a lot of the ground when I'm going downhill. Yeah, you get gravity, but I don't feel the ground too much. So it's going somewhere. My hips and back will let you know about it next podcast, I reckon. We'll see, because I'll be wearing this a lot the next month or so.
Fair.
All right. What else have we been wearing then?
I've got a couple of new Hoka models.
Oh yeah. Which
Go
ones?
ahead.
Do you stock the Skyflow?
Yeah, I've stocked the Skyflow.
So it's an interesting one. It feels to me like just a pretty much slightly higher stack Max 6. So it definitely nothing like crazy, nothing like wild, but I like it because it's just like simple, done well. It's stable like the Mac is, just a little bit more cushion. But yeah, where the Mac is like I'd probably want to take it up tempo or do some hill strides in it. I wouldn't do this. This Skyflow is just like a nice, cruisy, stable, neutral kind of shoe. I think they should keep heading in this like supercritical EVA direction, because I think it's a lot more fun having that nitrogen infused or whatever extra gas they're putting in there. It does feel bouncier than their standard.
Who's wearing an EVA foam anymore?
Yeah. I wonder how many models out there are still standard EVA.
Not many.
The Pulse?
Bondi and Clifton are still just EVA.
Yeah.
Pulse is just EVA. I'm in EVA every day almost.
Pegasus.
Yeah. I don't know what the ReactX foam is.
Yeah, I don't know either. But it doesn't feel much more than EVA. But yeah, that Skyflow, it could do better with a higher heel pitch. I think I still feel like that type of shoe, probably not enough rocker to handle the low pitch for me, given how stiff it is. So I would have just liked to. I mean, Hoka have been increasing their heel pitches lately, but that one I think needed it too.
There is not many Hokas on the market.
One shoe
that wouldn't be beneficial from a bit more pitch.
Yeah. I have been using the Rocket. I don't know if I spoke about the Rocket X. Did I chat about the Rocket X?
Rocket X3?
Briefly.
I don't think so.
I had the original, which was just an EVA, so it wasn't the original Rocket X. I don't know if you could call it a super shoe. Probably not. I wouldn't. I never had number two, but yeah, number three. I actually really like it. It's not. It's not super. I don't know. Like, I probably wouldn't race in it, but I've been doing sessions and long runs in it, and it's a really nice shoe. Can definitely pick up the pace in it. It's got top. So for a pure race day shoe, I don't know if there's any on the market that have the dual layer. So they actually do a dual layer system. So the bottom layer, actually, I guess Asics obviously do it.
Mm.
But yeah, bottom layer is a firmer. I think it's a supercritical EVA maybe, and then this top layer, slightly shiny layer, is their PIBA. So very soft, like top layer, soft underfoot. Forefoot feels like it's got plenty of. The forefoot feels like more cushion to me than the new Meta Speeds.
What?
Yeah, it does.
Then the Edge.
Yeah, not as soft, but it feels gutsier, punchier. Obviously, nothing like the extent of an Alpha Fly, but it's almost like more of an Alpha Fly than a Vapor Fly kind of analogy situation with this shoe. Like it's just got more guts and punchiness to the forefoot for me.
A question for you,
Um,
Tommy, just
and
quickly.
it's just stable, so I can do a long run in it.
Just a
Yeah.
quick question in regards to like, remember the New Balance Super Comp Elite V4 was the safest trainer on the market, like a bit more bulky, pretty stable. Now the V5, which we'll talk about
This
in a
is
second,
safer.
they've got a bit of a cutout now. It's a bit more dynamic. The foam
Yeah.
is a bit more enjoyable. Is this Rocket X now the safest? Is it one of the safest super trainers or super racers on the market, or what?
Yeah. Yeah, Rocket. Yeah, the new Rocket X is like from a stability standpoint, I think the safest I've tried on anyway. From a performance safe perspective, like it's just yeah. And if you do, if anyone does need an orthotic or an insole in a race shoe, this will accommodate it. There's not a lot of race shoes that will accommodate
Yeah.
a separate insole out. So this is like a 4 mil insole that comes out pretty roomy, flat base that you could put something in there if you needed to.
Nice.
We are
Yeah, so I've been
missing.
impressed. I don't know, like it's borderline maybe a little bit too heavy for me to race in, but apart from like just a little bit of the weight, I'd be very close to being happy to use this for a marathon.
It was a question that got raised this morning because I did a workout in the Brooks Hyperion Elite 5.
Yep.
And after 40 minutes, I just started to notice some calf tightness. And this was like a slower tempo run, 3:30-ish type pace. And in the past, I probably would have used the SC Elite version 4. The 5's now more aggressive. And the question was sort of thrown to me, what would you wear now? What is the safe super shoe on the market?
Yep.
And that's a good call from you. I'm going to go and get one from stock later today, and I'm going to use it.
Nice.
That's going to be the one I try because I remember Brie got a very early production sample of this, and she said it was one of her most favorite shoes of all time. Just for like up tempo jogging, loved it.
Yeah. Nice, very solid. Yeah, very happy with it. Yeah, I guess to touch on what you mentioned with the new Super Comp, now it's so different. So now I've done a few sessions in the Super Comp Elite. Is this V5?
Yeah, it is.
That's V5. Yep.
Yeah. So to me, like as soon as I got it, looked at the geometry, like the underside, the platform, and then even just the fact that now, if I did the cheese board test, Nitter, you'd actually see instead of a seesaw, it's actually got
the opposite.
risen in the midfoot, whereas the V4, it was actually not only filled in, it was actually the thickest point was in the midfoot, so it was literally like a rocking horse.
Yep.
Whereas now you've got heel, forefoot contact points and a little concavity through the midfoot, which is exactly what the Vaporfly does, what's the Metaspeeds do from
Yep.
ASICs. Actually, for me, that's actually more stable. So having the heel forefoot contact points and the concavity here, actually, I don't know. I don't know if that's just me or whether that's is brought for a lot of people, but like can apply it to a lot of others. But I actually kind of like the feeling of heel forefoot in contact. It's like a tripod sensation of like you got your heel and forefoot centered, whereas like even though it was broader base, having that real rocker geometry in the midfoot, it did feel a little bit. To me, it felt a little bit unstable.
It's because
So
you hit that spot,
even
you
though
hit
it's a
that
lot
spot
narrower,
bump
it
every
doesn't actually
time.
feel that much.
You hit right in the midfoot every time. So, like,
What's
it
that?
probably is a small. You said you hit in the midfoot every single time. It's like the perfect surface area for you hit that. It probably rockers you pretty quick. Whereas when you run, if you hit the middle of the shoe. If you cut the middle of the shoe out, you hit the rear foot and the forefoot at the same time. So you still are stable in that environment, like the V5. I find that just the medial cutout of
Yeah,
the V5 makes it slightly less stable, slightly less stable for me. And the fact the rear foot feels actually softer than the forefoot does as well. Like people will find this unstable if they enter into the rear foot just because the transition from the heel to the midfoot, there doesn't feel like the same density of foam, even though it probably is. It just means there's less cushion there because there's less foam in the forefoot. So the heel feels soft, and the medial cutout, that transition just makes it, I think, generally feel a bit less stable in the frontal plane, but that's not a problem for you.
yeah. It's not. I don't think it's a bad move from New Balance because now they've differentiated their models more. So the Supercomp trainer is now like, I don't know what's happening with the new one, but the current model, it's like the safe racer or up tempo shoe, and now this is more of like the probably more aggressive race day shoe.
It's easily the best
Yeah, I
racing shoe
just
they've made.
actually got a
Yeah, I would say so. This is the one that I actually would race in. I wouldn't have raced in the previous
well, it's
models.
their fastest race shoe they've made. You
Yeah,
could put it that way.
Yeah.
I've seen next year for New Balance, and things start to make a lot of sense in their range.
the new
And
1080 looks good. I'm pretty excited by that.
Mm.
No,
oh well, I
does
mean,
it?
everyone's got a different opinion on shoes. I mean, have you put it on?
I've not put it on foot. I've
No.
only read about it.
I mean, it's very flexible shoe. So you would, I mean, that's probably something that you would really like, but it's very soft, very flexible. It
But didn't
uses
they make it a little bit more like the foam is a little bit more energetic? It's not just a EVA. It's got some
yeah, it uses
nitrogen.
it pretty much uses their like race foam.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
All right.
but it's yeah. So I mean, you like the Triumph,
Yeah.
which the Triumph is in that sort of mold. Those two shoes have always competed well together, I reckon. It becomes a little bit closer to what the Triumph is now too. So a
Yeah.
little bit sort of more flexible. Yeah, I wouldn't consider it a stable shoe. It's always been quite stable, but the last couple of models it's sort of lost that, and then this next one gets really soft, really quite like the foam's bouncy, but there's no plate, so it's like very pliable in the hand. Um, I'm not sure it targets the same wearer that it used to. That's like it sort of comes back into what the Rebel sort of should be, almost.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess, yeah, you've got, have you seen an update for the 880?
No, I haven't actually. Well, I don't think it up. Not no, I haven't seen the real update yet.
Yeah.
But the ratio I've seen an update, and the trainer slash takedown ratio I've seen a new model. Good stuff.
Good.
Can't really go into that. That's a fair way off still. It's probably one thing that yeah, it's a bit too far away to actually release details because no one knows about that stuff yet,
Yeah.
except for those that have seen it. But yeah, pretty exciting. I think my New Balance order for the back half was the biggest New Balance order I've done in a long time, which probably speaks to what's going on with their product.
Should
Very
we
good.
stick on
Do
New
you want to talk
Balance,
about the New
Tommy?
Balance spikes or?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So,
Yeah.
do you have the MDX on hand by any chance? In front of you?
No,
No.
it's
Yeah.
down in the garage.
Yeah. So New Balance sent us the new MDX V3 and the Power X, which is their sprint spike. This guy through here. The MDX obviously makes more sense. I got a size 10 and a half, and it's the I'm normally in spikes I'm probably closer to a 10, and every other shoe a 10 and a half. I could hardly get into the 10.5. It's too small for me. So a huge rocker in the forefoot, nice fuel cell foam, very soft underfoot. But my nephew ended up running the 5K in it on Saturday night, and he ran about just under 14 and a half. He ran third in the state championships in that shoe, but he wasn't sure if it was going to be like able to sustain the 5Ks. But when you look at people wearing that shoe, I think Gabby Thomas is wearing it for the 200 meters, and I think Jake Whiteman won the world championship 1500 meters. In a second, they got silver in the 1500 meters in it. So it's a pretty versatile shoe, super lightweight, super aggressive rocker. I just couldn't put it on because I'd slightly sore Achilles insertion, and the heel cup's extremely deep, isn't it, Thomas? The deepest heel cup in any shoe that I've ever worn, I reckon. So,
Yeah.
and because with the rocker being so aggressive, it was just from toe to heel was just a little bit too tight for me. But I'm going to be taking this around in a 1500 this weekend. The Power X. I know it's a sprint spike. It's pretty stiff on the plate. You can see the stiff plate on the base through here, but there's a hell of a lot of foam in the forefoot and a little bit in the rear foot and underfoot, and just the fit's a little bit more anatomical. The MDX is a bit narrow. I reckon I will go back and get an MDX. I reckon I'll just get a size 11. I've never been size 11 in my life, but I think I want to try it. I like the foam. On the track, the fuel cell foam feels fantastic on the rubber. So I got to try this Power X out for a 1500 and see how it feels. But Tom and I did a workout in Tasmania. Tom wore spikes the whole session, and I just put the MDX on for the last 4x400 as well, and it felt really good underfoot on grass as well. So I think it's going to be one of those spikes. It's not. I think you're going to pick between that and the Dragonfly. I think the cost is pretty similar off memory as well. I just don't think it's as easy to access the MDX. And I know the LDX3, I don't even know if that's coming to Australia, Julian. You might know more than me. That's got a really aggressive rocker on it, a lot of foam through it, but it looks really nice as a distance running shoe.
Yeah. No, I think Ali had to request that from the US.
Got it.
She has got a pair on the way. Hopefully can get it before Zatopek.
Got it, yeah.
Because you're in some strife in those 10,000 meter races now. If you don't have something with a bit of cushion, 20 mil ain't a lot for 10K. If you've spent your last 4 years running marathons in super shoes, and then
jogging in the Vomero Premium.
It's funny.
You're expected to hit the track in a 20 mil.
All the boys now wearing the Dragonfly too have, and I'm not sure this is the effect of wearing super shoes at training more often and not as much spike, but when everyone got the Dragonfly 1, everyone's like, oh, so much cushion compared to what they've historically worn. That was the first spike to demarcate old spikes and new ones, right? And now they're wearing the V2 on. They put a new one on. They expect it to be like, I don't know, a Vaporfly or like an Alphafly or something under their foot. And they're like, oh, I think it's got firmer. I think it's not as good as V1 anymore. And I think that's just the effect of wearing the other spikes. I think V2 is almost the same spike as V1. They just shifted the rocker further back a little bit, I think. So, yeah, I don't know. So this fuel cell midsole feels like the nicest midsole I've felt on the track, I reckon. So I just need one that fits me lengthwise. So yeah, that'll be a good option. Are you stocking the MDX and the
weird what they've done with the fit? Like it's the sprint spike feels more generous than the distance spike, than the distance spike or middle distance spike. So yeah, it's just a bit odd. It just fits. It's going to work better, I reckon, for a narrower foot. And yeah, you got to hard. This is sort of thing hard to try on. Like people buy it online a lot of the time, but the heel and the fit is a bit off.
It's spot on. The Dragonfly fit is spot on. Like as a spike, it's got like an anatomical fit, really good size to a good volume. The Dragonfly 2 spike is anatomically one of the best shaped spikes I've ever think they've made. So it's fantastic.
All right, what else have we been rolling in? Have we talked about the Nike Vomero Plus yet, because that is by far my favorite shoe to put on every morning now. And our friend of the show, Jordan Donnelly, he now works for Nike. We can announce that on the podcast, I believe. He's taken a paycheck from the swoosh now. And he's there and he's starting to ask questions. And he said, what do you like this morning? I woke up to a question from him. What do you like so much? Top 3 points why you like Vomero Plus so much. Because I think I mentioned on the podcast on Monday night, the Vomero Plus, my favorite shoe right now. And I said, this is a good fitting Nike shoe. This shoe has volume through the forefoot. So if I'm jogging slow and I'm cruising, I don't want to put on this tight fitting, like snug, super aggressive fitting shoe. And I think that's where the Mega Blast, I struggle with that shoe a little bit. I think it's just a bit aggressive, the upper fit. So the Vomero Plus I put on and it's just like, oh, I just relax in there. So good volume. That's rare, I think. I don't think Nike's nailed a lot of good uppers before. Certainly not the Pegasus Premium. That's a terrible fitting shoe. But the Vomero Premium's getting better. And you talk stable. The shoe is stable with how much stack height and cushion there is. It's got that wide base, but it doesn't have those zoom bags where you have to cut like concaves into the wall of the shoe. So the shoe's not collapsing on itself. So if you've sort of stepped on a camber or there's a lot of load directed into the sidewall of the shoe, it's not just collapsing on itself and you've fallen off it. It holds up well there like a bubble. And then the third thing was how versatile it is. It's got a full length outer sole and the outer sole has lugs on it. So you can take that thing in the wet, you can take it through the bush, dirt roads, concrete, everything. They've just made it. And I'll be honest, I'm not wearing the Vomero 18 anymore. I'm wearing the Vomero Plus every time that I would have picked up the Vomero 18.
I told you, we said that to you, Julian. We said that the Vomero Plus is going to completely make the Vomero 18 obsolete. You didn't agree?
No, you didn't say that. I didn't hear that.
I recall you said the Vomero 18 was still a lot more stable than the Plus.
I thought that at the start. I thought that, and then I've put probably 400 Ks into this Vomero Plus, and I've changed my mind. Actually, I probably haven't changed my mind. It's a little bit less stable, but the balance towards fun is so much higher, and it's stable enough. That's the answer.
Yeah,
it's definitely
just so much more stable than the Invincible was.
Yeah, yep. Let's take a moment to appreciate how good the outsole is on.
It's just
the waffle outsoles on all the Nike shoes, like the premiums, both the premiums, the general shoes. You could take them on the road, you could take them on trail and dirt. They're fantastic. So the Vomero Plus, one big point is it's really soft and nice and cushioned in the heel, but it is in the forefoot as well. The forefoot is really well cushioned in that shoe. That is one of the best easy day shoes and the day after a workout shoe that I've been putting it on. So it's funny. I'm rotating between the Plus and the Premium at the moment as my easy day shoes between workouts. And my workouts are predominantly, being a variation of Alpha Fly 3 and things like that as well. So there's a lot of Nike going on because those two shoes from the Vomero range are just, they've done some good stuff this past couple months.
All right, what else?
So we're going to get Donnelly back on. Is he going to be allowed to speak to us?
More expensive, I'd say.
It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. We've tried this before, and Nike aren't as liberal with letting their people go out and do their thing.
What else, Nitter? What else?
Look, did I go through the Rebellion Pro low yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think
so.
All
right.
No.
Well, how about you go through the Magic Speed, Tom, and I'll go get it from the cupboard because it is a good shoe. I do want to chat about it. I'll be back in about a minute.
I don't have the Magic Speed on hand, but yeah, I got a Magic Speed 5 update to the 4s. Very different shoe to the V4. V4 was a higher stack. I think it was carbon plated. Was it carbon plated, Julian?
Which one?
The Magic Speed 4.
I don't know whether it had carbon in it.
So one of them did. Maybe it was a 3, but this new Magic Speed, which is kind of like what would you call it? Like a budget friendly super shoe. Is that kind of
Yeah. That's how I'm looking at it. Like a lot of super shoes now are a lot more expensive. This allows someone a chance to get in there without dropping over $300.
Yeah. So it's an interesting one. Like they've lowered. Actually, I don't know what the tech specs are with it, but it definitely feels like and looks like a lower stack racer, and they've removed carbon and gone for the nylon plate. So it feels like a similar plate as the Sonic Blast has. And so you could kind of, I guess, you could also use a Sonic Blast for some people as a racer, as a high stack racer. This is like a lower stack racer. It reminds me, it looks even like the aesthetics, a little bit of like the geometry and the shape, the way they've sculpted the midsole. It looks like a Takumi Sen from Adidas a little bit. Yeah. So just with the way it's sort of sculpted on the midsole. So they're basically using their premium foam on the top. So they're using the new Flight Foam Leap. So it's that real soft, bouncy ATPU foam. And then on the bottom side, I think it's a Flight Foam Blast Plus. So it's not the turbo. So the premium foam on top, slightly firmer foam on the bottom, sandwiched with a nylon plate, slightly lower stack than the Metaspeed series. So maybe like either you want a slightly lower stack, or you want something more budget friendly, or it could be like a 5K, 10K shoe, for example.
And an adolescent racing shoe and training shoe as well. Like good for kids.
Oh,
nimble.
Great. Yeah, definitely. Good for kids because not everyone needs a carbon plate. Like I think a lot of the shoes, particularly for kids, are too stiff. Not just kids, like just for people running at speeds, like absolute speeds that aren't really fast, because you're not really getting the benefit of a really stiff plate when you're running, I don't know, 4:30s 5 minute per K pace. So I think selecting a shoe with less stiffness might actually be beneficial for performance, rather than thinking you got to be in the stiffest shoe out there. So this is nice that it's like an option of a less stiff shoe with premium foam. And slightly lower to the ground. So I really liked it. I did a session this morning and I did some broken miles. Wasn't sure how my calves would feel being slightly lower to the ground, but they felt great. They felt fine. No issues. It was fun. It was a fun shoe. And the grip so if you look at the bottom knitter, it's the ASICS grip they've done with this, they've kind of like deepened and sculpted the lug, so it's kind of like projects out further than the other race shoes. So if you want a shoe with a bit more grip, like this will handle a bit of wet dirt a lot better than any of the other ASICS race shoes. It was very grippy on the track this morning.
I did still
actually, I think it's good. They've differentiated. What I wrote on Strava is it's like a differentiated, so it's just a different purpose now, rather than just trying to do a slightly cheaper version of a Metaspeed.
Yeah, I think it's got a place now as well. I just did a comparison. I did some hill reps on the bitumen, some 200-meter ones, and I compared that with the Rebellion Pro Low, which obviously is one of their super shoe ranges. You can see it's very similar to the Rebellion Pro 3. They just don't have that really exaggerated midfoot of like 6 centimeters in the middle of the shoe. They've kept it pretty normal. This shoe feels a hell of a lot more nimble. Ironically, it feels as heavy on the foot, if not heavier for some reason. So it feels that bit of bottom heavy. But it's quite a resilient foam, but not a soft foam when you put this stiff plate together with the actual foam. So what I found it really good at was just running at really high paces, like running closer to my like 1,500 meter mile paces. This outsole, I know we talk about probably the one thing we missed with the New Balance Supercomp Trainer V5 is that it's probably got the best outsole on the market, like the best grip, full stop. And this is probably the second best grip, I reckon. It's smaller little lugs through here. They're really tiny, but on the bitumen, like a nice dry bitumen road. I don't know what it's like on the wet. I haven't tried it, but it's so tactile. It feels like I just get extra force from the pull when I hit the ground. This plus a slightly more resilient foam was really bouncy. So this is a shoe that I find that perhaps, and I'm not sure if it's available, what the cost is, and how long it's going to be available for. Because I know Mizuno are doing a complete revamp of their super shoe range. But right now, this is a great shoe if you're doing some blended workouts, some short repeats, and some threshold together. So the combination will work really well. It'll work well on grass, it'll work well on dirt, and it will work very well on bitumen. So, so it is a good option, but it is a bit heavier than the average racing performance shoe. But I think it's going to be probably one of the most durable on the market as well. So probably don't get to see too much of it, but it is a good equivalent to any training shoe you have that you want to use for like longer workouts that you want a bit of life out of them. So you're buying it for lifespan more than the race.
Yeah.
So you don't know if it's out yet? Is it out?
It's out. It's out.
Oh, it is out.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It's definitely out. Yep.
I've not seen anyone in it yet.
Well, they have I think they've started. They've started to leak. Well, not leak, but they put a few people at Melbourne in the Hyper Warp. They've got a new range out in their race area.
Have you tried these on?
Only not my size. So I put on their sample sizes, which is too small for me. The Hyper Warp Pure. They've got one called the Hyper Warp Pro, and there is another one as well called the Hyper Warp. Maybe the Hyper Warp. This Hyper Warp, but they're
the Elite Hyper Warp.
3 different race shoes in their range. Bit like could be the Elite, yeah. Could be, yeah. So the Pure is like the super light one, 130 gram type shoe. It's the Metaspeed Ray if we're going to compare it to anything. And then you've got the Pro, which the Elite could be the Vaporfly comparison, and then the Pro could be more like the SC Elite V4 comparison. So a really safe super shoe for people. So they've sort of tiered it like that, which I think is pretty smart because you kind of look at the Pure and go, not many people should be wearing this. And the Pro, okay, this is a more safe shoe that's a bit faster, that a few people can wear for the marathon, that a lot will wear for speed work. I mean, the Elite, sorry. And then in the Pro, more people wear the Pro throughout the marathon. It's stable, it's wider, it's less aggressive, which is the shoe that we've still been missing, I reckon. And a few shoes have had a crack, like the On Cloud Boom Max had a go, but it just did not hit. Bad fit. Bit of a dog. Yeah.
When do they come out?
The Pure is soon, and then the Pro releases next year early.
And I'm assuming we're going to see...
goes alongside the what's going to happen with the Rebellion range?
Rebellions are done.
Okay.
Yep.
So this will be introduction to a lot of TPU, I'm assuming, and all blended with PIBA and things like that for these midsoles?
I forget what it was. I don't have the specs or the...
Because they've got good foams. Like they have good foams. So
they do.
If they incorporate that into these models, I'm sure that'll be good.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good. It's good foam, yeah.
Do you want to tell us what's coming up, Julian, then? While you're on that, do you want to tell us what's coming up in the near future?
Yeah, I'll just go through a few little seasonal things this year. Hopefully you don't get in too much trouble. I shouldn't. We're in the internet these days. The Brooks Glycerin 23 is a nice update. That shoe gets cushy. I won't go into the specifics because that's probably where I'm not allowed, but keep an eye out. I'll do a keep an eye out. Brooks Glycerin 23. The Structure Plus from Nike looks really good. So this is a Zoom X support shoe. So it's like the Structure 26, but it uses Zoom X. It
sounds good.
It does sound good, and it feels good too. I put one of these on, but only a size 10. So I'm jamming my foot in. But yeah, for a stability customer, like this is a shoe I'd be heading for. If you want
when does that come out?
It's soon, December, I think, like December 3rd or something like that. Pretty sure it's that anyway. Or maybe it's January. Could be January. Sorry. Let's go January for that. Neo Zen 2 from Mizuno, good update as well. Like the issues they had, like the potential, like the fit issues have been helped, improved. So happy there. I'm just going. Oh, Cielo. So Hoka Cielo X1 3.0. Again, some issues that shoe had to start with have been remedied. And so these are all good updates too. Like I'm not calling out the ones that I'm not excited for.
I heard there was a switch around with the cutouts. This can be confirmed?
Well, not really any cutouts anymore.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the thing we like about it. Magmax 2 from Puma, like higher stack, like same sort of stack height, but with a good foam, like a good foam.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shoe you probably want. That's a shoe
Is it
that's
still as narrow as it was?
No, better fit.
Oh, good.
Better fit. This is for Mero Plus sort of areas here. So that I'm pumped for that one. The Addy, one of the shoes that is sort of taken the world by storm, the Evo SL, I don't wear anymore because it's too slick for where I run. So there's not enough grip. And I found that the lockdown's poor on it. So like I slip around in the shoe. And I know you said change the inner sole and all that, but it just didn't help me enough. The tongue's too short. Well, they get a gusseted tongue. The new model or the new tweak on it called the Evo SL ATR gets a gusseted tongue, a water-resistant upper, and a semi-lugged outer sole. So now I can run in the bush with it quite happily. I don't think we'll suffer the same fit issues because it has this gusseted tongue now, which I thought the tongue was a real problem in the last one. So I'm pretty pumped for that, actually.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, that's the next couple of months anyway. Keep an eye out.
Very nice.
I reckon
All right.
we got to
All
do one more catch up before the end of the year to go through shoe of the year. I reckon shoes of the year. I reckon because by that stage they'll all be done, and I've got mine in my head what I think they're going to be already. You boys do too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely do. And it's been a very good year for shoes.
It has. Yeah.
Very good year.
Yeah, it's got to be up there.
I think what I have to do is I have to make categories. So we have to go like best race shoe or race shoe of the year, recovery shoe of the year, easy day shoe of the year. Tommy never wears trail shoes. Maybe Nitter and I can do a trail shoe of the year.
I've got two options, I reckon.
Yeah, sounds good.
When does the ATR drop though? The Evo SL ATR.
I think it's December. Yeah.
Nah, that puts a spanner in the works.
It's not a trail shoe.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's not a trail shoe. Nah, but I saw something else from Addy that is a trail shoe that is like as a non-trail runner myself, I'm like I would want to go and run trails in that thing. So there's something coming up back half of the year that I reckon that person's going to like.
Okay.
Sounds
very good.
All
All right, fellas, back to work. Tom, Valencia, you're off. Sorry, we should have talked about this.
He's got World Cross
Look at him,
first.
he's
World
there
Cross
smirking
trials.
like he's like,
He's got to get through World Cross trials. He's got to make the team first.
oh, Tommy, yeah, a lot of
Just
people in my
good hit
DMs
good hit
about
I've
that.
never done cross-country trials, and I thought, when am I going to have this opportunity again? I may never. So I just thought, yeah, do it. I got 9 days. It's probably good. It's going to be, speaking to Gary, it's probably just a good tune-up, last good, hard 10K, and then not much intensity left to do. It's just tapering to Valencia.
Yeah.
So I'll get the spikes out. I've been doing some cross-country sessions at Centennial in spikes, so I'm ready to roll with my Dragonflies. It's Stromlo. I've never run that course, so pumped to see what the course is like. Supposed to be very nice. You boys have run on it?
Yeah. I did the Nationals a couple of years back, I think, when they had it at Stromlo. It's a carpet, mate. You'll love it. Yep, you'll absolutely love it.
Yeah. So looking forward to it. And then I fly on the Monday. So I'd land, I think, Tuesday, Valencia, race the Sunday, back the Monday. And I'm going to be wearing... What am I wearing? Yeah, wearing what I wore in Sydney, the Metaspeed Edge Paris. Just, I know it's good. I don't want to mix it up.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's going to be so fun to watch.
Because you're looking forward to me blowing up at 209 pace.
Oh, mate.
Mate,
I'm backing you in.
the world's following
Imagine
you,
if
Tommy.
we
You're
have
the
a sub 10
people's
guy on the show
champion.
dinner.
Yeah, we'll see how Haftu goes following the faster pace. He might be in your
don't
sights
say
maybe in the last couple kilometres if he comes back to you. So who knows? Imagine Tommy coming across the line
He
first.
never came back to me in Sydney. He was too far ahead.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Should be good. Love Valencia. So,
What spikes at Stromlo?
just the dragonflies, not the cross country. I got cross country dragons, but I reckon, just the track dragons probably will do the job on that surface. So,
Yeah. I still prefer the track dragons than the cross country ones at cross country.
yeah,
I don't know what it is. It's just something that's just not. I don't gel with that cross country.
yeah. I wore the cross country ones at Nowra State Cross. They were fine, but I was kind of thinking in the race. Yeah, I think I would prefer to have the track ones on. Don't know. Maybe just it almost like feels like you can notice the outsole more. It just feels a little bit less. Just feels a bit heavier, maybe a little bit firmer.
Yeah.
You know. But I love getting the spikes out. I was tempted. I would have maybe tried the MDX 3s, but just the fit for me is almost a deal breaker, which is a shame.
Yep.
I'm not sure that's a cross spike.
No.
Yeah, but you're running on a carpet. Stromlo's a carpet. You could wear Vaporflies on there and it would be just as successful. In fact, a lot of the juniors, I'm assuming a lot of the juniors will wear Vaporflies when they race the 6 and 8K cross countries, I reckon. If it's dry, of course.
Really?
I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I saw the winner of the under 20s at
know.
Stromlo last time. She wore the Metaspeed Edge off memory. So it was just a dry day and you can get rolling down the hills just as quick in those shoes. I mean, you can in the spikes as well, but I don't see there's going to be a huge difference between wearing a spike and wearing a Dragonfly if the weather's decent. So
Even in the opens, though, are there rules with
you can go 40
can
mils
wear.
up to
You can
40
still
mils.
wear
You just
60,
can't have
can't you?
spikes. You can't have spikes
40?
above 25. You can't have a stack height above 25 mils with spikes in it. So you can't say, for example, you can't have a modified Vaporfly, but you can have a Vaporfly without the spikes. Yeah. So in cross country, you can still wear the flat if you want. So
Interesting.
yeah, people can pick and choose.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. I can't imagine many would be not in spikes next weekend.
No, it looks a bit wet leading into it as well.
Right.
I don't know
I'll
if the
report
day is
back.
wet, but it looks a bit wet leading into it. So I'm not sure how. I mean, that'll just make it lush. Like it's getting a bit warmer as well. So could be nice, humid sort of weather. Good Sydney sort of weather, Tom. And it's at altitude as well. You know how Gary loves altitude.
It's all right. Yeah, I'm getting there the week before, mate. It's fine. I'll just acclimatise.
Well,
It'll be good.
have fun.
Thank you. I'll see you down there, Nitter.
I'll see you there, mate.
And I probably won't see you, Moose. You're coming down with the twins?
No. I don't think I can leave anytime soon. I'd probably see you in about 20. What?
This could be the last time we
2030?
ever see you, to be honest.
2030, I reckon I'll get away. Might be able to catch up at a race somewhere.
Good luck, mate. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah,
Thanks.
Julian.
See
I think you
boys.
need the most luck out of all of us before we chat next, I reckon.
But here I stand, a man who's rootsy understands, and I'm gonna hold my head up high. I was told as a young man, doesn't matter if you're white or black. Just show love to everyone you meet. Doesn't matter if it don't